Hey, yo, sup? My name is just some guy. You could call me Matt. That's pretty gay, you shouldn't do that. Everyone's making samurai video games all of a sudden. Why is that? You got your Neo, you got your Sekiro, you got your Ghost of Tsushima. Man, I like Sucker Punch. They have a good track record. Everything they've done, I've pretty much enjoyed. In fact, let's talk about the things they've done. The only thing they've done is infamous. Oh. That's why they make it. So I wanted to talk about the Infamous series, and that was my setup to do so. Riveting, wasn't it? The game starts out with a truly sympathetic American fear. Terrorists! You blow up, a man makes a pass at your unconscious ass, and you realize the game has inverted horizontal controls. Really though, the intro is great. From the fact that pressing the start button shoots off the bomb to just how fucked Cole looks when he wakes up, it builds the atmosphere really well. Love it. After a couple of shocking realizations, you meet up with Zeke on the bridge, and he informs you that terrorists are bombing you. Really, it's just your conduit powers. Zeke is a lovely character, I think. An all-American, red-blooded thinking man.
Hey, brother, you know what scares the hell out of me? The government.
To cut away for a sec, I actually want to praise the overall tone and design of the game. Especially the comic book cutscenes. Really helps the superhero feeling, which this game was certainly going for. It also actually had a comic book run with DC. No idea if it's any good, I haven't read them, but hey, they exist. Back to it, you end up with superpowers and in quarantine for bioterrorism, along with the rest of, not New York, I think? It's New York. You and Zeke hear some shit from Hacker, and go off to get some food. After a bit of built-in tutorials and parkour, you fight your first enemies and then get to the first karmatic moment. Now, these here, they're both the best and the worst things in the game. On the one hand, I find them almost comical half the time.
Overcharging this pump will keep me high and dry, but it also means that everyone in this water main will get sick. Whose health means more? Mine or theirs?
On the other, the first decision is basically the only one that matters. Once you choose to fry a person or let them run off with food, like a bitch, you basically want to just rush to the next karma tier in order to have stronger powers. There is no incentive to keep your morality gray or neutral. It's actually more of a challenge run to do so. So once you choose red or blue, you're not going to really change that. It's a shame, really, because there are a couple of choices I want to pick every time.
And it comes down to this, your final test. From one roof hangs Trish.
Bye, bitch!
The individual.
Moving on, I want to talk about the enemies for a sec. This game wants to kill you, very badly, and will do everything in its power to do that. Enemies will spawn anywhere and everywhere to kill you. The rooftops, the garbage, that alleyway that you just walked into, that other alleyway that you didn't walk into. Bam, enemies. The enemies themselves are also fucking savage. Everyone has an AK, and they will use them. A lot. Some enemies also have superpowers like you do, but still have guns, and they will use them. A lot. I cannot stress enough just how many bullets will fly at you. It's a lot. Your health regenerates over time, but at the pace of you're going to fucking die, so you're incentivized to drain some electricity from something quickly instead to heal up. I like it. It's a decent system. Works out. Good luck not dying anyway. Speaking of which, you've got powers for movement, karma shit, and combat. It works and it's all pretty fun to use. You can upgrade the combat ones, and depending on your karma, you can get different variants, helping to spice up that second playthrough you're going to do. And you're going to do a different playthrough. After all, how else are you supposed to see the other karmatic choices you didn't make?
Hey, brother, you know what scares the hell out of me?
Didn't we already have this conversation?
I'm tired of writing this script, so I'm just going to fucking segue over to the characters. You've got Cole and Zeke, who I've already covered. It was at this point in editing that I have realized I have not once covered Cole. Which is stupid. I'm stupid. Everything is stupid. Fuck me. Cole's the main character. He's your notorious boy. He's a rough and gruff kind of dude. Worked as a bike courier. The karma doesn't really change his character all that much, other than, like, kind of an obvious shading of gray, I guess. He's edgier when you're evil. It's basically about it.
By the way, I didn't want to say anything before, but, oh, you're starting to look different. Dark, twisted, that kind of thing. It's not good for your complexion, brother.
You know what? I really don't care what people think of me.
He's a fun character on either karmatic scale, but I find the villain version to be more enjoyable, both character-wise and visually. Your outfit changes with your karma. The more evil you are, the dirtier your clothing is. Does that make you like an evil Mr. Clean? All in all, a cool dude. A bit of a blank slate for the player, but I like him regardless. My only complaint is the company he keeps. Not much else to say about Zeke other than he betrays your ass and nearly kills thousands of people for superpowers. Great guy.
What are
Trish
you
is a
doing
bitch.
here?
There isn't any two
Moya?
ways around this.
My sister
She's just here
is
to guilt
dead.
trip you and then die. That's all. Sasha, on the other hand, is here to shoot her goo all over you, fuck with your brain, and make me very curious on how that weekend in Maine went.
You stayed in that the entire time.
Sasha is the clear winner in which female characters I enjoyed, considering Moya is even more of a bitch, lies to you and then carpet bombs New York, and blames you. And finally we get to Kessler and John, the third act's primary players. John used to work with Kessler to learn more about the Ray Sphere, the thing that gave you your superpowers, and his cult. He gives you orders like Moya did, but he also has a cool little knack of counting down how many seconds he has left in the call before he has to dip.
I told you to pick someone you could trust. 93 seconds.
He's a lot more fun than Moya by that quirk alone. Also, he's the guy you hear in a majority of the game's secret collectibles. Pretty cool to see him afterwards. Kessler is the big bad who groped your ass way back when, and is honestly a little underplayed, I think.
Watching you parade around like a damn peacock.
And is the final boss, which is a hellish fight that made me wish Cole could jump just a little bit higher.
Fuck you!
Oh no!
You bastard.
Oh hey, I won. He served his purpose in the story, and eggs you on, which is great. The only problem is that I wanted more of him, and you don't get much of him until the third act. The second act is ruined by an old man, whose name I don't even remember, and was the longest standing villain in the whole fucking game. Something about daddy issues and literal, actual trash. Breaking script for a minute. I just wanted to talk about how I like this game. I formulated this video pretty poorly. I very well see that after X days of editing. And I don't know how to describe it very well, which, I mean, makes this entire video pretty redundant. But I liked it. It has a old, nostalgic feeling to me, but it's still fresh and easy enough to play. I enjoy it. And if you wanted to start this series, you should probably play this one at least once, just to at least get a feel for it. While this one is the weakest in the series, I genuinely still like it a lot. Next one is better, though. Infamous 2 is better. Spoiler alert. Anyways, that about covers it for this video. Like I said, it was pretty rough around the edges, but I learned a lot via making it. So hopefully next time, it's a little bit better. You, take care of yourself. I'm just fuck off now. Oyo is wild.